Hello student, today we are going to discuss here about fluid dynamics. So here we discuss few relevant problems that would be beneficiary for G Advanced and NEET aspirant. So we consider here this is a trapezoidal shaped body in which a liquid is filled and each plate having the mass m, and this trapezoidal shape is placed on a horizontal plane. This horizontal plane have no friction. This is frictionless horizontal plane, and at that at some instant is this plate having the length L2 have removed here. So we have to find the acceleration of the trapezoidal shape. So when are the plate are attached, so the forces acted on the wall will be, this is F1, this would be F2, this would be F3, this would be F4, like as this is force pressure exerted on the plate. This is normal to the normal direction. So when we remove L2 plate, initially summation of F is equal to 0 at equilibrium position, but when L2 plate is removed, so the vertical normal is acting outward the plane, so this system would be accelerated. So we have to find here the acceleration of the system. So acceleration of the system would be, this plate of mass m is removed, so remaining mass m, this becomes 3m. So driving force, acceleration would be driving force upon total mass. Here the driving force is F1 minus F3 and total mass is 3m. So F1 would be, let's this plate having the average pressure is P1 into area would be L2 into H, and P3 average into L1 H upon 3m. So the value of average pressure is rho gh by 2. The average pressure is acted on the plate. So average pressure would be rho gh by 2 into L2 H minus rho gh by 2 L1 into H upon 3m. So acceleration becomes rho gh square, rho gh square, rho gh square, L2 minus L1, L2 minus L1 upon 6m. This is the acceleration of the trapezoidal shape. So the next problem we have removed here. The next problem in the, this is a spring and a piston is connected here. This is a massless piston. S1 and S2 are both massless piston, and in this scenario we have to find the change in extension, the change in extension when the m mass is attached here at that point. The initial condition is this. This is a beaker, and here two pistons S1 and S2. The area of S1 piston is area of this piston is S1 and this piston is S2. S1 is attached with the spring having spring constant K, and the liquid filled have the density rho. Initially we know initially atmospheric pressure is acting on that stent, and the spring force, suppose this spring is elongated from its natural length, that is x naught. This spring have some elongation from its natural length, so we write here kx naught. Further, when we place a mass at that stent, so let this spring elongated x1. So this is x1, and this piston elongated x2. So x1, x2, the height of this piston at initial condition, this piston and this piston at initial condition is h. So we know the volume down, this volume would be equal to this volume. This volume would be this equal to this volume. So equating the volume, so we write here S1 is the area of piston, S1 is equal to S2 x2. So F2 becomes S1 x1 upon S2. This is first equation. Thereafter we have to write the pressure equation. So this initial condition, P naught pressure is applied here minus spring force upon area, that is S1. This pressure is applied in downward direction, spring force is applied upward direction, so we subtract it. When moving it S1 to S2, the pressure further increase, so it's become rho g h, and this stand P naught. P naught cancel out, so S naught becomes rho g h S1 upon K. This is x naught. So this is equation 2, and write the equation here. When the spring having its natural length, then when this beaker is suspended from this spring, x naught is the extension, and further when the mass is attached here, then x1 is the extension here. So total spring force would be kx plus x naught plus x1. This is the spring force here, and so we write the equation, and this height x1 is reduced but x2 is increased. So from this piston to this piston, the height would be, this is h plus x2 minus x1. This is the height. So we apply here pressure equation, right here pressure equation. So here the atmospheric pressure is acting. So right here P naught minus k x naught plus x1 by s1 plus rho g h plus x2 minus x1 plus this is downward force mg by s2. This is pressure. This becomes pressure mg by s2. Mg force is gravitational force is acting downward. So this is plus. This would be mg by s2 equal to p naught. P naught cancel out. So putting the value x2 and x naught. So x naught is rho g h s1 by k, and x1 we have to calculate the x1. We have to calculate here the change in length, change in elongation. We have not finding here the total change. Then the value extension would be x naught plus x1, but we have here find change in extension. So this is x1. So we find here x1 rho g h plus the value of x2. This is x1 and s2, and value of this is we have to find out. This is x1 plus mg s2. This becomes 0. So multiply here by k. So this becomes rho g h s1 plus x1 plus rho g h. This becomes rho g s1 x1 by s2 minus rho g x1 rho g x1 plus mg by s2. So here this is the term x1, this is the term x1, this is also x1. So we write here x1 is common. So 1 plus rho g s1 by s2 minus rho g, and this becomes minus mg by s2 plus rho g h s1 minus rho g h. So x1 would be subtract this value. This is 1 plus rho g s1 by s2 minus rho g. So this is x1. On solving this, get the answer. So this is the answer. This is the change in extension. This is change in extension. So question 3. Here a rectangular glass tube. In this rectangular glass tube, at initial this is at rest. So here a air is trapped here, and initial pressure of the air is P, and trapped region is 2L, L from vertical axis and L from this vertical axis. So trapped air pressure is P here, and on rotating with angular velocity, this is constant, the pressure would be, the trapped gas pressure would be eta P. So pressure increases. So why pressure increases, I explain here. When a glass tube filled with a liquid is rotating about its vertical axis. So there is two type of pressure gradient force. Pressure gradient force are acting on it. The radial pressure gradient is proportional to its radius square, and the vertical pressure gradient is linearly proportional. So we can say when this rod is revolving around this axis, vertical axis, then centrifugal force the pushes the liquid from outside the liquid. So gradually pressure increases in that is proportional to r square. But here on moving downward, the pressure is increases linearly. Here in proportional to r square, and here linearly. But when this frame is not rotating, this is an stationary frame, then at that particular point, moving from here to here, pressure not increases. Only pressure here increases on vertically going downward. This is linearly increment proportionally. So here the air is trapped here, and pressure is P at initial condition, and on rotating with the constant angular velocity, this pressure becomes eta P. So we know PV is equal to nRT. This is constant. So pressure is inversely proportional to volume. If volume pressure becomes eta times, then final volume becomes initial volume by eta. Actually here the cross section area is fixed, that is A. So we can say length final would be length by eta, initial length. This is L. So length reduces here. So this length would be L by eta. Similarly, this is also L by eta. Suppose this distance is x from here, and we have applied here. Here the pressure is P. Suppose this point is P dash. So pressure at P dash would be P atmospheric pressure, not atmospheric pressure of trapped air inside the tube, that is P, plus this distance, suppose H. So this would be rho GH. This is the value of P dash. So on moving from this position to this position, and this position to this position, and moving from this position to this position, at that particular position we have moving from here to here, and here to here, and from here to here. So movement from here to here and movement from here to here we equate, because of either we choose this path to this path, the pressure would be the on moving from here to here and moving from here to here would be pressure would be the same at that particular point. So we write the pressure at point, this point is O. So writing pressure or point O. So here pressure is eta P, plus this length is x, this length is, so pressure will be half rho V square. V is equal to R square into omega square. This becomes x square minus L by eta, L square by eta square into omega square. Because of this force, this length would be x square minus x square by eta square. So pressure gradient would be written as this equation. and here the pressure drop again. So this drop would be rho g. This vertical distance is h, rho gh, and this equate here pressure is P1. Here pressure is P1. So this would be P1 plus here on rotating the pressure is increases, and while the situation here the the this rectangular rectangular system is not rotating. So in this scenario the pressure is constant here to here, but in this scenario the pressure is proportional to radius square. The, so we write here half rho x square omega square. So P1 is equal to P plus rho gh. So write here P plus rho gh. So rho gh cancel out, and rho x square omega square, this term also cancel out. So this becomes eta p plus half rho minus L square eta square omega square is equal to P. So we have to find the value of this term placed here and this term here. So P eta minus 1, this becomes 2 times rho L square upon eta square. So this is omega square. So omega would be rho L square upon eta square 2 times P eta minus 1 under root. This is the answer. So next problem, in this problem we take a container, question number 4, we take a container, a slit is made at the bottom of the container, a small slit, and the situation is like this. Here this is a container, here a small slit is here, and a wooden block, this is wooden block, this wooden block is inserted here to restrict leakage from here, So here the liquid is filled to some height, say this height is h, and width of this square beaker is b, and this is the apex angle theta. This is a wooden block. So here we have to find the value of h, and here given this beaker ball and this block, in between the coefficient of friction is mu. This is given, and we have to, in this situation we poured more liquid here. Suppose we poured liquid from this height or this height, then the void force acting on this block would be increased because of submerged height of the block increase. Then void force also increase. So the gravitation force is acting downward and ground force is acting on upward. So more buoyant force thrust provided the block, and this block lift up and leakage start from here. So we have to calculate here the height, required height, that so that this block not to be lifted up, so no leakage from here. So this is the question here we have to solve here. So we draw the at this that particular portion, for that particular portion buoyant force is acting. So we draw here, this is the height h, this is height h, this is also height h. So in 3D view, this is the block 3D view. So this is B width, this is width, this is a beaker, its width is also B. So this is also B, so covering the whole area. So this height is h, this angle is theta. So here the forces are acting. This is the force by the water on the block. There is normal reaction N, and here also normal reaction, and buoyant force acting upward in this block. This is FB. So this is the forces on the this area is this. So buoyant force would be the density of the mass of the block is given m, or density of the liquid is rho. So FB would be density of liquid and area of the block. So this length is h, this height is h, this height would be h tan theta, h component, vertical component h tan theta, and h into h tan theta by 2 the area of the triangle, and width b is the width. So this will become volume, rho v, this is volume into g. This is the buoyant force, and we have to calculate here normal reaction. This would be P average into area. Area is equal to B into H. P average rho G H by 2 H square B. This is normal, and we draw the whole block here. Whole block here. This is the situation here. This is the whole block. This is the apex angle theta, and the 3D view. This is the 3D view. This is the 3D view. Here mg is acting on whole, and friction, when the buoyant force creates to lifting it up, mg acting in downward direction. So buoyant force in lifting, so friction would be in downward, that oppose the relative motion. Motion is upward, so friction would be like downward. So this is the friction, direction of friction. So we write here buoyant force minus mg is less than equal to friction. Friction is mu n. Buoyant force is, this is the buoyant force. Here we write rho h square tan theta bg by 2 minus mg less than equal to mu into, this is normal, g rho g h square b by 2. So we have to find the h. So shift this term here and 2 mg udhar, shift right side. So rho h square b g cancel, tan theta minus mu less than or equal to 2 mg. So this is h square. So h would be 2 mg, gg cancelled, gg cancelled, 2m, only 2m. This becomes rho b tan theta minus mu. Rho b tan theta minus mu. Rho b tan theta minus mu and under root. So height would be less than or equal to this. So height would be 2m upon rho b tan theta minus mu. This is the problem of the how buoyant force is acting and friction force is acting here. So we relate the situations here and getting the final result. So this height would not be more than this value. So further problem we have to discuss here. This is question number 5. Question number 5. Here we know when a liquid in a container and it rotates about its vertical axis, then two type forces are acting on the fluid inside the liquid. The first is its radial pressure gradient force. Due to pressure gradients, the variation in pressure would be due to radially pressure gradient and vertically pressure gradient. Two types of pressure gradient is there. One is a radial pressure gradient and one is vertical pressure gradient. Vertical pressure gradient is proportional to radius and horizontal pressure gradient is radial pressure gradient is proportional to r square. So the when the suppose here a beaker is here and this is the liquid and this is the vertical axis. When this beaker is rotates about this axis, then the shape of the fluid will be this type on rotating with angular velocity omega. We know because of understand here to here when this frame is rotating, this it have some liquid like mercury. So we suppose here mercury and we have rotating this flask with constant angular velocity omega. Then at that instant when varying from here to here, the force variation is accordingly, that is pressure gradient is changing is proportional to r square, and on moving here to here the pressure is linearly variant. I explain here, so we know this develop the shape that is parabola and y is equal to omega square r square r square by 2g is the equation of parabola. This is the standard result and we have to find here this result. So see here, let us see, this is the dm mass and we make a tangent on this. So at that instant this gm and g weight is acting downward and a centrifugal acceleration is radially. This is the radius radially acting outward. So this will suppose this distance is x and height is y. We suppose so this becomes dm x omega square. This is the centrifugal force, and we take the component, let this angle is theta, so this angle is also theta. No, 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 no. Let this angle is theta, this angle is 90, this angle is 90 minus theta. This angle is theta, this angle would be 90 minus 90, so this angle will be 90 minus theta. So the component of dmg would be dmg sin theta, and the component would be dmx omega square, dmx omega square cos theta. We know on the surface, if any liquid at the point of surface net force is 0, while the surface having this type of tangential component would be net effect would be 0. So we equate these values, dmg sin theta would be dmx omega square cos theta. Tan theta becomes dm cancel out, x omega square g. So this becomes, this is dy over dx, this is x omega square g. So here in the question is saying here the parabolic shape is formed. First understand why parabolic shape is formed on rotating a liquid in vertical direction with the constant angular velocity. Because of here two types of forces acting on the liquid. First is radial pressure gradient. Due to radial pressure gradient, a centrifugal force is acting on the liquid that the direction of the centrifugal force is outward. So the in outward direction the pressure is increases, that is proportional to r square, and here pressure increment is proportional to r, and both effect r square and r effect would be provide a parabolic shape. These two pressure increment, one is radially, that is proportional to r square, and second is vertically, that is proportional to r. Vertically pressure is just like as the liquid as rest. Here liquid is moving, rotating, so here also we see the same phenomena. So but here the difference on a stationary liquid, here the pressure difference is constant, no pressure difference. On constant frame, constant liquid is not rotating, but on rotating the pressure gradient force is radially proportional, proportional to radial square proportional. So here two effect, a vertical effect and a radial effect, both effects gives the result, the shape would be parabola. This is the equation of parabola. Y is equal to omega square r square 2g. Here the question says, let this surface form, suppose this is a concave mirror. So we suppose in question given, suppose this is a concave mirror and a object 0, y is placed at distance y naught. So we have to find the image, find the position of image. So here the shape is concave mirror, we have d2 dy over dx. So we calculate here the radius of curvature of parabola. That would be the radius of curvature of the concave mirror. So radius of curvature would be, we know formula, 1 plus dy over dx whole square raised to power 3 by 2 upon d2y over dt square. So double differentiation of this term would be d2y over dx square. This would be omega square by g. And we know light rays are always paraxial. The formula in optics given only for paraxial rays. For paraxial rays, this term would be 0. So the radius of curvature becomes g by omega square. So focus would be r by 2. This would be minus g by 2 omega square. We have to find v. V is equal to uf upon, for concave mirror, u minus f. Put the value here. This is minus y naught. This is minus g by 2 omega square upon u. This is minus y naught minus minus plus g upon 2 omega square. So this become y naught g upon g minus 2 y naught omega square. This is the position of image. This is the position of image. So next problem we have to discuss here, question number 6. Here in this problem, as we know, when a ice has a specific gravity is 0.9 and water has a specific gravity that is 1. So ice 9 by 10 portion is only submerged in water and 1 by 10 portion is outside the water. So we know, so here a problem in which we have given, this is a container and this is a block. The container is a 3A area, this block is area A. So here the density of liquid is 2 rho and density of block is rho. As you know, density of block is half, then density of the liquid, then half portion of the block will be submerged. Half portion would be submerged. So here if the height is h, then half portion would be submerged here. But we have to calculate work done by external agent to pull out the block completely out slowly, more slowly. Slowly means it's no change in kinetic energy. Here we have to explain one more phenomena here. Suppose this is a reservoir. This is a reservoir. Here lifting a block, the length of reservoir is very vast, or river very length is in comparison to block is very vast, very big. But here the area of the block and area of the container, here both are considerable. Both do affect here the submerged length. So understand this phenomena here. What I am saying to you, understand here, when this when this block is slowly pulled out, very slowly, then when pulling this water level downing here, and at that particular situation, this water level, this gap would be filled with water. Suppose this is x up and y height down water level, and we take a step dx here for integration purpose. This is the, so volume up is equal to volume down. What is volume up? X into area, x into a. Volume down, y into area. Area is, this is a, 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 2a. Total area is 3a, so this becomes 2a. So y is equal to x by 2. So actual submerged height will be, actual submerged height, let's say h dash, would be h by 2 minus x plus y. X plus y means x plus y, y is equal to x, y is equal to x by 2. So this would be 3x by 2. This is the submerged height. Submerged height. Now we apply here work energy theorem. So here mg is acting here, buoyant force is acting here, Fb. So work energy theorem, work done by external agent plus work done by buoyant force plus work done by gravitational force is equal to change in kinetic energy, that is 0. Work is very slowly, this work is performing here. So buoyant force is acting this height only. This is not h by 2, this is h by 2 minus 3x by 2 for this height. So we write work done by external agent, work done by buoyant force. So here we take the density of liquid, this is 2 rho, and area of the liquid, area of the block, that is A, and effective height is h by 2 minus 3x by 2 into dx, g into dx. And work done by gravitation and limits, initially this is x is equal to 0, and finally we have to remove this s dash. So s dash would be 0, so x would be h by 3. 3x by 2 is equal to x by 2, so x is equal to h by 3. So limit would be 0 to h by 3. For h by 3 distance, the block completely would be out, and gravitational force, so gravitational force is acting downward but displacement is upward, so cos 180, or we know cos 180 is minus, so this minus sign, and 0 to h by 3, and density of liquid is, density of block is rho g, area is a, and h is this, but gravitational force is acting on total height, that is h into dx. This is h by 3. So this term h, a, g and h by 2, so this term would be cancelled, h by 2, and this becomes this only, this term is cancelled, only this term remaining, so this is equal to 0. So work done external agent by external agent would be, this is minus, shift here, so becomes plus 2 rho G A 3 3 3 3 3 3 3 3 into 3x by 2 0 to h by 3. This is dx. Integration 2 rho x is equal to 3 by 2, 2 to cancel out, and this becomes x square by 2 h square by 9. Rho G A h square by 2 and h by 3, h by 3 का whole square, and 3 is also here, so this becomes rho G A h square by 6. This is the work done by external agent. So next problem, we have here a system is given in which we have to calculate the gauge pressure. The term gauge pressure is defined. What is gauge pressure? Gauge pressure is the pressure inside the material. Actually, in air the gauge pressure is 0, and in vacuum the gauge pressure is negative. So while we going to petrol pump and filling the air in our vehicle, that is car, so we pressure filled inside the tube is gauge pressure. That is we say 32 pressure drop here, 30 pressure drop here. So what is 30 and 32? That is psi. That is pound force per square inch. This is FPS unit. This is not bar. 32 bar is very much more. So 1 bar is equal to 14.504 psi. So bar is big unit. 1 bar is 10 raised power 5 meter per meter square, and this is psi. So we say 30 psi. So we say 32 psi. This is the 30 and 32 is the unit of. This is the pound. This is the pound force per square inch. This is the pound force per square inch. This is bar. The pressure inside the bus not more than 100 psi, 80 psi. Heavy vehicle having 40 psi, not more than this. This is very big. So here we have to calculate the pressure, gauge pressure, that is exceed to the normal pressure when the vacuum is not, because of atmospheric pressure added, but it shows only the pressure difference. Atmospheric pressure and atmosphere, open atmosphere, the pressure gauge shows the reading 0, and in vacuum this shows the reading negative. So understand, the term absolute pressure, we say that this particular pressure is absolute pressure, then the gauge pressure and the atmospheric pressure, that would be absolute pressure. So scenario is here, this type scenario is here, and we have to here the This length is 2L, this length is L, this length is L. This length is 2L. We have to find here the gauge pressure. This liquid is filled. How we calculate the gauge pressure here? So we apply a trick here. Suppose for length L, the mass of liquid is M. For L length, we took the mass M. So this whole tube we straightened here. Suppose this is the tube of L to L, this becomes 4L, and the acceleration of the fluid in that direction. So this is 2L, pressure here into here not affected. So here the pressure is 2 mg, 2 m mass, 2 mg force is down, acting downward. Here L length is, so m mass is here. So this is mg force. Fluid accelerate from high pressure to low pressure. So accelerate in this direction. This is the direction of the fluid acceleration. So acceleration would be driving force upon mass. Driving force upon mass. LM, NLM. We study in NLM, Newton law of motion and constant motion. Apply the equations. Driving force upon total mass. So driving force is 2 mg minus mg. So this becomes mg, 2 mg minus mg upon, and total mass is 4 mg. So this becomes, total mass is 4m or g. So this becomes g by 4. Acceleration is g by 4. And second scenario is this. Let the pressure at that stand be P. And here pressure is mg. This length is L and L by 2. So this is 3L by 2. So mass, in the form of mass we have written here 4L is equal to 4m. Like as 4L by 2 is equal to 4m by 3m by 2. So the cross section area is A. A is the cross section. So we write here, this force would be measured greater than this, than the fluid flow with the acceleration A. So A would be right here. Force is pressure into area minus mg or 3m by 2. This equals to g by 4. P by A. M is equal to, we can write here, M is equal to PA minus mg. Mass is equal to volume into density. Density is rho given, and volume, unit mass, volume is V. Unit mass A into L into G. We consider here for unit length, mass is M. So length is L upon 3 by 2 rho AL equal to G by 4. This term shift here, P into A, 3 by 8 rho GAL plus 1 plus 1, 11 by 8 rho GAA cancel out. This is pressure. This would be 1.375 rho GL. So by this we calculate the gauge pressure. So next problem. In this problem is asked in 2026 IIT JEE Advanced, and you see what the concept is utilized here. Very simple, not difficult, and this is one of the doable question in IIT Advanced exam asked in here from this topic, fluid dynamics. Not very difficult question asked in IIT Advanced, but the question will be some tricky also, but not difficult. Lengthy question is not asking here. So conceptual question is asking here. So in 2026, this question is asked here. Here the pattern of liquid fluid, this having the density 6 rho and this having the density of 2 rho, and a vertical rod is hinged here. This is the rod, and the density of rod is rho. This liquid surface, this liquid surface, this liquid, and this liquid surface. This is both are density or both liquid surface are different. So here we have to calculate out the time period of the rod. Time period of the rod we have to calculate out here. So length of rod is m. M is the mass of rod and L is the length of rod. This is given in question, and the rod is hinged about this point. So we take the torque about this point on tilting this rod at angle theta. The position would be like this. Small angle. This is very small angle. So this is the two difference layer of the liquid. This is 6 rho and this is 2 rho. Or this is also rho. So this is the height L by 2. This is height L by 2. So three forces are acting here. Why I am saying three forces are two forces are actually acting here. One is gravitational force that is acting on at the center of mass of the rod. This is mg, and other force would be acting the buoyant force, and here buoyant force. They are liquid for two different liquid. The buoyant force would be the centroidal point on that segment, that submerged segment, that submerged segment. This segment is also submerged, this segment is also submerged. So we have take the apply the buoyant force at that particular position, that submerged portion and that submerged portion. This is submerged portion in 2 rho density liquid, and this is 6 rho density. So we let consider this is buoyant force Fb and this is Fb naught. So we have calculate Fb dash mg. Yeah, directly we put the values in the equation. Let this angle is theta from vertical. So torque about point O would be, this is 2 rho. So torque about point O will be buoyant force Bind force minus mg or mg minus bind force. mg minus, we write mg क्रॉस r क्रॉस f होता है, r क्रॉस f. So r is the radial distance from here, mg is from here, the distance of mg is l by 2, l by 2 is the perpendicular distance, mg is downward and l by 2 is this. So mg l by 2, mg l by 2, this is the, but l by 2 is this distance, we have to need this distance. So this distance component of this, and the not this component perpendicular, this component, we have need this component, perpendicular component, r cross f, r cross f. R would be the perpendicular of the force. Force is acting in minus j direction, so this is x k I direction. So this would be sin theta, l by 2 sin theta, mg l by 2 sin theta. So next step would be bind force F2, FB. This is negative. Bind force we have right here m value of m here. Value of m, what value of m? mg. Suppose mg. Next we put the value. Fb would be bind force. Fb would be density of the liquid 6 rho, and cross section area of the rod is same, that is A, and length is L by 2. This length is L by 2. This length is L by 2 into sin theta minus 2 rho A. This length becomes 3L by 4. L by 2, L by 4, 3L by 4 into sin theta, and G is equal to ml square by 3, m and l square by 3, ml square by 3 into alpha, ml square by 3. Value of m is A is the area of rod, L is the length, rho is the density of rod. Density of rod we have given. So this will be rho AL. Rho AL into G, mg I mr square. Mass, we have to written mass only, rho AL. So here also rho AL, rho AL. So this becomes 3 by 2. Rho A 6 times, this is mistake here. This is not L by 2, this is L by 4. Bind force is acting at that distance. So this becomes 3 by 2. 3 by 2, 3 by 2. and and this becomes, this is the buoyant force, and we have to take in the torque. So torque is the distance this. So L by 4 sin theta, L by 4 sin theta, and here the buoyant force is acting on this 3L by 4 is the distance on sin theta for torque. This is the distance for torque. This is the distance for torque, and we have to apply the buoyant force on L by 2. So L by 2 is also. So here the mass M into L by 2 and to L, one L also, L cube. So solve this. 3 by 4 and 3 by 4, it's become minus 3 by 2 and 1 by 2. This becomes rho A L square. This is L, L square 1 by 2, and this becomes only G, and this becomes L, L by 3 alpha. This becomes minus G L by 3 alpha, and into theta, sin theta. Here sin theta is also, this is sin theta. So angle is small, theta is equal to 0, sin theta is equal to theta. So g theta. So alpha would be minus, alpha should be minus 3g by L into theta. So this is alpha is equal to minus omega square theta. So omega would be under root 3g by L. So time period would be 2 pi under root L by 3g. Here first we write the buoyant force. When the buoyant force is written for this particular length and buoyant force is written this particular length, we have directly applied, so the confusion create here. If we separate out, calculate the buoyant force FB naught and FB, then we applied the torque, the distance for this buoyant force, the distance would be r by 4 sin theta, and this torque would be, distance would be 3 by 4, 3L by 4 sin theta, and buoyant force is acting for L by 2 length, for L by 2 length, L by 2 by 2, L by 4 length and L by 4 length. Buoyant force is acting and L by 4 length and L by 4 length. This is the concept here to apply it. So next problem. Here we consider a block. So block is a block is this situation here. This is the water level, and this type situation. The specific gravity of the liquid is given. This is water. For water, the specific gravity is 1, and we have to calculate here the specific gravity of the block, this plank. So we know the wind force is, this is liquid, this is gravitation force is acting in this direction, this is mg on whole block, and wind force will be acting in that direction, this is fb. As we know the distance from the base is centroid. For a rectangle triangle, this would be a rectangle triangle. Rectangle triangle we we suppose this 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 and this is the right situation. So in this scenario we have to find the we have to find the this is liquid, and this portion of the block is theted by a string. Theted means a string is attached here and this portion is attached here. So theta, as it is that half portion is submerged inside the liquid and half portion is outside of the liquid. Density of water is rho.